Most men are dealing with mental battles that have nothing to do with you. And those battles are homosexuality. It's not you, baby girl. It's them.
Welcome
to the J&O Show.
Where we talk about
things that we were never told them, Jay.
And I'm O.
Now you know.
Okay, y'all. We just gonna jump right into this. Is this?
Bruh, I don't know what she's gonna say, but it's probably gonna be crazy. This video is by the confidence creator. She argues all men are gay.
Look, I'm gonna always yell this on the highest mountain. Most men are dealing with mental battles that have nothing to do with you. And those battles are homosexuality. And that is why they cannot love a woman properly. It's not you, baby girl. It's them.
Imagine if a man said, women don't like me because they like women. The internet would call me an incel, but the brothers had good responses. Roll a clip.
A lot of women have gay best friends, and if they thought a man was actually gay, they wouldn't say this shit to him. It's almost like they need you to not be gay just for this shit to work. That's why I don't go nowhere. They hoping it's gonna make a man who don't want them change his mind. They hoping he gonna care about the insult. But he clearly don't care what the woman think or how she feel. That's why they in this position in the first place. Really think about it. It don't matter why somebody didn't get it right the first time. They just didn't. There's a lot of reasons why somebody might not want you. Now, what you saying might be one of them, but it's not the only one. And that's how y'all like to act. That's what y'all need to believe to feel better about it. Even though you should be moving on.
Amen. Next response.
118,000 likes on that video is crazy. 10% of a million is a lot. At this point, I'm convinced that people can't possibly believe the things that they say online anymore. I think people are just really out here just saying whatever can go viral. Like, how do you get to a point to where you're making obscenely wild accusations like this? Gross generalizations just flying left and right. And this mess is just, it's annoying. And the crazy thing is, a lot of these people have kids. A lot of the women that think like this actually have sons. A lot of the men on the other end that think that women are trash have daughters. At what point do you realize that what you have in your mind, you probably are rubbing it off on your kid in some way, shape, or form? Think about it. You've only been with or dealt with less than a half of a percent of that particular gender, yet you are spewing this type of stuff about the other side as if you've been with and been around the majority of them. A lot of y'all are really invested in keeping this whole divide going. And it's crazy because it really could stop at any point.
Wow.
Yo! Bruh!
Like,
yo, dude was going off!
yeah, I'm like, bruh.
Whoa!
That's what I'm trying to understand. I'm just like, how is it that we make these not we. But how is it that people make these blanket statements like all men are gay or all women are trash? And it's just like he said, a lot of these people actually have kids. So you're teaching this nonsense to your children as if it's Bible because you've had a handful of bad experiences. Like you said, how many people in this world? And you done dealt with even 10%? No. So how you gonna sit around and say that? Like, and like my first dude said, it's plenty of reasons as to why a man may not want you.
That part.
And it has nothing to do about whether or not he's gay. Okay, there may be some instances.
Right.
But I highly doubt that that's the majority of it. Like I said before, people do not want to do the work. They don't want to do self-reflection and figure out the things that they need to deal with. Most of us, as far as people of African descent, have a lot of issues that we deal with. Just in general, just being a brown person, you got a lot of issues that you have to deal with. And then if you grew up in a certain type of household, you got a whole nother set of issues that you have to deal with. And a lot of people don't want to take those things into consideration. I mean, all of that shapes the person that you are. But I think many of us have emotional damage. Insert clip.
Emotional damage.
Have emotional damage that we have to like work through, work past. It's not just, okay, well, this is how I was raised, so you just got to deal with it.
No!
No, boo-boo.
Hell no!
Like, if it doesn't make sense, or you know it's wrong, or you wouldn't want your child to experience that, then why not work on changing that?
Yep.
Like, you can do it. You can do it.
You can do it!
Okay? Like, we have the power to change our own lives. Like, nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to make the decision yourself to try to be better in whatever area that is. Yeah.
So while she was doing that, I did a small tinge of a search so I could have some understanding, thanks to the brother,
Oh boy.
of how many men in the United States are of the
Good
dating
background.
age and who are single.
Bruh.
So about 70 million single men, eligible bachelors, and all, and less
70 million.
70 million men in the United States that are single.
Bruh.
Dang.
So
That's a lot, y'all.
for you, unless you, it's a 304.
Bruh.
Unless you are a hoe among hoes.
Word.
There's no way you've dated enough men to have any understanding of what the most of men are. Because you would have to date 750,000 men to have dated 1% of the men in the United States that are single and eligible bachelors.
Bruh.
Did you date 750,000 men? Even then, it's 1%. But you claim, with all of the men that you've dated, let's just say 100,000 men you dated somehow. You dated 100,000 men. So by your 1/7% of men that you dated, if you dated 100,000 men, then all men are gay. Oh, Lord.
What?
The lack of accountability is staggering. It's not you. Because, I'm pretty. And I'm a 10. You know she ain't no 10. And I'm flawless.
Bruh.
It's not me. It's the men. And it's not just because men just don't know how to appreciate my beauty and the awesomeness that is me.
I woke up like this.
Bruh.
It's because they are not even straight. They don't even like women parts. They like man parts.
Bruh.
Do you know how foolish you sound? Do you know? I've dated 0.1% of the people, and because I'm so smart,
Bruh.
I know that 99.9% of the rest of the population is obviously not straight.
Listen.
Boy, I can't even be serious because it's so ludicrous and it's so delusional. Like, it's you, sis. It's you. They just don't want you. Why? They're like, oh, you're cute and all, but you're crazy.
Bruh.
Because for you to come out and say this, you're obviously already crazy. See, I should be nice and composed like the young gentleman that was giving off, the young scholar that was giving off all these points. You know what I'm saying? He was smooth. He was cool. My man had his hand on his face like, man, I can't believe you even, you know what I'm saying? And he was just spitting facts just on some regular. And if you really look at it, it would be like, you know what I'm saying? He's doing this. And I'm just like, I'm married. I don't even have a dog in the fight. And I'm just looking at you like, I know why. I know why. Because
Why?
I feel bad because there's so many of our sisters that be saying this wildness and doing this wildness. And based on who you are now, what you experiencing now is all you will ever experience.
Unless you change your ways.
And I feel a way about that because I feel like we could do and be better.
You can do it!
We
But
can.
if we don't fix our family structure, we ain't never gonna have better because we gonna have this mess.
Bruh.
We gotta stop fighting with each other, y'all. Like, we were designed to work together. If you don't believe that from a spiritual or religious standpoint, look at it scientifically,
Bruh.
okay? Men see big picture. women see detail. In order for you to have a complete picture, don't you need both? You need both.
You need to be in far sight and near sight. Put them together, you can see a clear field of vision.
Exactly, because one person cannot do it all. You just can't. Two heads are better than one.
Yep.
They say that for a reason. Okay? And not the same two heads, because y'all seeing the same thing. You need someone to be able to see the details. You need somebody to be able to see the big picture. It's that simple.
You know what I find also weird about like a lot of this type of rhetoric when I hear it? I don't understand. Like sometimes the rhetoric doesn't make sense with what some other women would be like, yeah, girl, that's what I'm saying. They'll be doing that, but then they'll say something at the same time that doesn't make sense because men objectify women at the same time they gay.
Are you stupid or something?
Men don't think about nothing but snatch, but at the same time, they don't want snatch, they want clown. I'm confused. I want y'all to make up your mind as to whether or not men are gay or whether or not men. I can tell you from personal experience, all we think about is the face. That's all. It's just the face. I really love the face. I do. I do. It's the walls, man. What's wrong with you? The walls are magically delicious. I've said this before.
They're magically delicious.
It's an amazing experience. I wish that just once you women would experience it like a... Wait a minute, no, because y'all are multi-orgasmic, so y'all have. If you ain't never had a multiple...
Okay.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm just done. I'm finished.
Subscribe, please. We'll see y'all later.
Oh, gosh.